Hey guys, it's Christine from See You Next Tuesday Media, and we have a very special guest today. This is the leader of the Ontario Green Party, Mike Schreiner. Thank you for being with us today.
Hey, my pleasure.
I'm so excited to get to just chat with you. So yeah, let's dive right in. So hot button question right now, and especially among young people, is about affordable housing.
100%.
So how do you balance the need for building more affordable housing, but also protecting green space and farmland?
Well, I'd say the number one issue I've been working on over the last few years is addressing the housing crisis.
Mm-hmm.
And I have two young daughters, 25 and 19.
Yep.
My 25-year-old's saying, am I ever going to be able to own a home?
That's
let
how we
alone
feel.
Pay rent.
Yep.
So it's tough. So
Yep.
I totally get it. And so I've put forward legislation that would remove the red tape and legalize building fourplexes and four-story buildings as a right across the province, and legalize 6 to 11-story apartments and condominiums along major transit and transit corridors in larger urban areas, so we can quickly increase housing supply that people can afford in the communities they know and love, close to where they work and shop and spend time with friends and family, without paving over farmland, wetlands, forests, and the environment that protects us. And then the other thing we're working really hard on is to have government get back into building deeply affordable homes. 93% of the deeply affordable homes in Ontario were built before 1995. So that's partly why we have 81,000 people experiencing homelessness right now. So we need to build government-supported nonprofit co-op and supportive housing. So it's both increasing supply of houses that we can afford and increasing deeply affordable homes, while at the same time making sure we have legislation to protect renters.
Yep. No, I'm totally with you there. And I think another thing, what I like about Montreal, I think they, I see the hawk, sorry.
The hawk just flew back, yes. So I'm the only people, luckily I inherited the office here that has the hawk's nest.
That's so cool.
So the hawk does appear every now and then, and I get to sit here and enjoy the hawk.
It makes sense. Like, nature is hanging out with you, nature's convening with you. Before the hawk came by, I think I was saying something about, I don't necessarily know what fourplexes are, but I think they're like, they have a lot of them in Montreal. Like, it's kind of like the 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't know. Is that what it is?
So fourplex can be many different structure types. So it's basically 4 separate homes.
Got it.
And so one of the things we're working on is something that's called title stratification. So you could own your own home within the fourplex. So instead of having to buy one home, each one of you could own a piece of the home.
That's so
And
cool.
so that's a way to make housing just more affordable, especially for first-time home buyers. And one of the things we've put forward too is removing taxes and fees on starter homes under 2,000 square feet built within existing urban boundaries, just to help lower the cost of new homes.
Love that.
And so it's one way to make home ownership more affordable, especially for young first-time home buyers.
Love it. Question I have, actually, this was a question my dad wanted me to ask you. So he actually grew up in Guelph, so he knows, how do you protect the family farm and family farmers from being bought up by like big corporate farming companies, or like farming companies from south of the border like the US, or does that even happen?
No, it does. So it's a great question. So one is protecting farmland. And so I'm going to be introducing a bill to create a food belt that permanently protect farmland in Ontario.
Amazing.
So that'll drive speculation out of the market. So one of the things that's driving up land costs, which is making it more difficult for farmers to make a living, pass the farm on to the next generation, have new people enter farming, is the cost of land is so high. Because oftentimes speculators come in and they're buying that land to put in subdivisions, not to actually grow food. So if we can protect farmland, we get rid of that kind of speculation. The other thing we're really working hard on is to just make sure we make the kind of investments to make farming more profitable, because farmers need to make a living. So having investments in local supply chain infrastructure, processing infrastructure, buy local campaigns supported by the Ontario government. There's a whole host of things we can do to help make farming more financially viable for people and protect farmland at the same time. And so that's a big passion project of mine.
Amazing. Okay, and my final question, So my understanding is the traditional base for the Green Party, like from the 80s and the 90s, was like rural Ontario farmers. But now, under your leadership, there's a lot more support from like younger people or even more urban people. So why do you think that this is happening?
I think one thing I'm really proud of right now is that the Ontario Green Party has support in urban and rural parts of the province. Because I think there's sometimes this urban-rural divide, and I think we got to overcome that. And I think supporting food and farming is one way to do that. We all have to eat.
Yeah, it's true.
And we all want to eat local, especially with Trump's tariffs.
Oh yeah.
And so we've expanded the kind of base of our party to include young climate activists and young people who just want to afford a home.
Yep.
I mean, most people say we have the best policy of any political party in the country on addressing the housing affordability crisis. But we also still maintain our rural roots of, you know, protecting farmland, protecting forests, protecting wetlands, protecting nature, ensuring that, you know, people can, you know, go hiking and fishing and swimming, canoeing, etc. in places that we love here in Ontario. So I always sort of sum it up by saying we're here to protect the people and places we love in this province. And one of the ways we're doing that is addressing the climate crisis and addressing the crisis of caring we're facing, which we're seeing in underinvestment in our healthcare system, education, affordable housing, things like that.
Yep. Okay, well, amazing. Thank you so much for talking to me today.
My pleasure, anytime.
Amazing.